Real quick, here's a question for the crew, for the fans, for the family. And we did this last night, and oddly enough, we all ended up in the same kind of arena. Shocker. What is your favorite Masters moment?
I gotta say, Tiger's chip in there on 16, whenever year it was.
05.
I don't remember. Was it 05? Yeah, that's right. Because going back to the Syracuse National Championship, Jerry McNamara was there. He got tickets through Jim Nance. It was like a sketchy. He's told me this stuff off air before.
Nice,
but it was sketchy. Like before NIL stuff, he'd get tickets, and then they watched that chip, him and his now wife, on 16, and then they went up to the cabin.
Yeah, Butler
after
cabin.
to like. So they didn't see him finish out 17 and 18, but
he won the
they went back
when that ball went
to
in.
see Jim Nance, but he was there for that.
That was a senior in college. Gary, your favorite Masters moment? This is the middle school teacher and me coming out.
Honestly,
the middle school student coming out.
Honestly, I know it's like there's probably millions of other moments, but Tiger's comeback win. I mean that walk up of what was it, 18 with Rory and that whole crowd just behind him, and
say that
they're talking like he's talking. Rory, you can literally watch Rory goes, "Can you believe this?" And then Rory just speeds walks, and then it's just.
Are you talking about the Tour Championship?
No, Tiger's win at the Masters. Wasn't he with Rory?
He wasn't with Rory for that. There was that East.
Who was he with?
I don't remember who he was with. I want to say it was maybe Tony Finau or because that it was Edward.
He's fucking pacing too.
Molinari, wasn't it?
Molinari, yes.
But what you're talking about is one of the most overwhelmingly visceral golf moments of all time.
Insane.
Was 2018 Tour Championship when Tiger, which was a couple months before the 2019 Masters.
But Tiger's the comeback win on it was just
that was that comeback. But yes, he started that comeback started in Atlanta at East Lake with that walk with Rory, like little kids, and then you had Tony Finau and all those. That was the whole the fuck you do want to get into that Sunday heat with Tiger.
Yeah, I mean I know that there's probably so many other ones that I could pick from, but it's just like
it's your moment.
Yeah, just watching that though. I mean, like after everything that dude's been through, I mean, everybody on the planet knows the shit that you've been through, and they're like, "You're broken. You can't do this again." He goes out and just says, "Oh yeah, boom, fucking let's go."
Lays it on there like a Lincoln log. I love the behind the scenes. They do it on social media a lot. They'll show the clip of the production truck, and
I was just gonna say that
talking through, just letting it air out for like. It was something like 4 minutes. It was something insane. And you can just hear him say to Jim, he's like, "We're going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Nothing. I freaking love that shit." Ricky, Masters moment. What's yours?
Scumbag took it from me.
Scumbag is crazy.
I'm so, he wasn't even passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it that I'm staying with it. I could have easily switched up, but he was like, "Well, you probably like the disrespect for that.
Oh, sorry, my mic cut out. What was that?
It's just what?
You're going through a tunnel, buddy. I couldn't hear you.
Gary, back to you in the studio.
No, go ahead, Ricky.
I think, you have good taste is what I was trying to say. You have good taste.
Listen, what did that moment mean to you, though?
Yeah, I was about to say, we're jokingly, it's not off the table. It genuinely, this is kind of what happened last night is everybody ended up there in different ways and for different reasons. It was pretty funny.
Sure. No, I think, obviously I'm a big, behind the golf guy, right? Like I love full swing and I love stuff like that because it shows you who they are behind the game, right? Because we've all been there. It's a frustrating game. You can start to get, maybe the wrong idea about a person because of their, course etiquette or whatever, right? We only see these guys for 5 hours a day. And then, we don't know who they are as a person, right? Mm-hmm. It's same with almost every other athlete, but golf being so individual and stressful, Tiger with all the shit he goes through, a non-golf fan watches that and they're like, okay, he won a tournament, right? Like not only did he win the biggest golf tournament there is in knowing what he went through and to see him crawl back and get that is just, I mean, it gives me goosebumps just talking about it, right, boys?
Right.
Like it's unbelievable. So, you know, I love what's behind the golfer, right? Because, you know, I go out and play in tournaments and such, and God forbid I don't have a good night's sleep. I'm like, you know, my head's off or whatever, right? This guy is dealing with all this stuff we can't even imagine dealing with, and going out on a stage that's twice, you know, as big as anyone can even imagine, right? So it's just, it's incredible. And yeah, it's crazy to keep, you know, that mindset and stuff. But would I love to see it again? Sure would. Don't think we're gonna, but it was a hell of a career. Hell of a career.
I think if he's going to sneak another one, it's going to be at Augusta. The way that I don't know if 2019. Well, I mean, Jack in '86. That's what they were saying then. And the Overton window for what's an acceptable major winner has shifted. And so, I mean, if I say it out loud, Tiger at 45 years old, the stars aligned for 1 week in Augusta. We all just kind of, you know, everything just moved in our pants a little bit. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. I just think it's wildly, wildly, wildly unlikely. But I'm gonna go rogue on you. And mine's still a Tiger moment. I would say my favorite moment of just like looking back, even though I don't remember it, would be Jack in '86 in the 15th fairway, looking to his son, saying, how far do you think a 3 would go here?" And he was talking, and Jackie thought he meant like the club, and he was talking about an eagle, and then the motherfucker Eagles 15 goes on to yes sir on 17, and then that's Jack in '86. That's that question. How far do you think a 3? That's just so freaking big nuts. Like, not even thinking about anything else. Like, it just drives those guys, to your point, they can get to a different place mentally than I think most of us can really dream of. We all get in our zones, but their zones are just a whole different planet. But personally, favorite moment that I remember or can experience was last year, 2024, Tiger walking off of 16 and shaking hands with the tree, which was really Vern Lundquist was sitting back there, Papa Vern hanging it up after 40 years. I'm a UGA guy. You know, Papa Vern was the voice of Saturday for so many years, and then one Sunday in the spring, and then Tiger, you know, taking him after that whole career, laser focus. When the fuck would Tiger ever have stopped to shake hands with anybody? And he just pauses because that's how much he understands where he is in the game and what Vern meant. And so that, to me, last year, him walking off and shaking hands with Vern, because it really is that kind of official, my dad and his generation, this conversation we're having, they all said Jack in '86. That was it, Jack in '86. That was the moment. And I think this is kind of sunsetting it. For us, it's Tiger in 2019. And so that little handshake there kind of epitomized the passing of the torch for the whole Masters legacy. Back to you in the studio, Tej.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
To see more of our content, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. We can be found at Basic Bogeys on all platforms.
Thanks. We hope to see you on the next one.